All right, so we are back to FMS. This might look different because the last time we had an FMS video for the KYC, it was from our office. But this time around, we are actually on the campus and you don't get to see this very often. That's why we are here. We are here to talk to students at FMS. Why don't you introduce yourself? Who am I talking to today?
My name is Namrata. I'm a second year student. I am a native of Hyderabad, but I was born and brought up in Mumbai. And right after my undergrad, I came to do an MBA. Though it was not intended to directly come to a B school, but then I gave the exam and it went well and the interview was great. So I was like, why not do it?
Let's talk about the place that we are standing right now. What is the history of this particular place? If people Google FMS, there are just a few images that they see, and basis that they have to make the decision. So we are trying to help people to have a look of for this particular institute. But tell me a little bit about the history of this place.
FMS is a legacy MBA school that you can call because it's one of the first B schools that offered an MBA degree, not a PGDMA. Established in 1954, so we are a 70-year-old college now.
So where exactly is this particular building situated? If I am coming to Delhi, where do I tell my autowala to take me?
Yes, so if you're coming to Delhi and if you want to come to Faculty of Management Studies, you will have to probably tell your autowala to come and drop you at Kirodimal College. That's right opposite Faculty of Management Studies. It's in the heart of Delhi. That's Kamla Nagar or Vishwavidyalaya Metro is the closest that you can have from our college.
When we talk about B school, campus becomes a very big part of it, right? Like people talk about the things that they have in the campus, the facilities that they enjoy, all that becomes a factor that helps them choose a B school that they want to spend the 2 years, right? What is that in terms of FMS? I'm sure it has to be limited because it's situated at the heart of the city. Probably does not have all the amenities that a lot of other B schools have, right? So in terms of that, where does FMS stand?
So yeah, like you rightly pointed out, because it's in the heart of the city, the campus is very limited, and we also do not have hostels because Delhi University has very limited hostel accommodation, and because of so many colleges being present here, FMS students getting those accommodations is pretty difficult. But then that is the culture that we have built in this college for the past 70 years, right? But apart from that, I think there is everything else that you can probably want in a B school. We have a sports area, we have music rooms, and we have all the conference centers and all of that. And most importantly, because we are a part of DU, so we have access to all the infrastructure that DU provides to each and every college that comes under Delhi University. If you're looking for what's in this compound, that might be very limited. But if you take Delhi University as a whole, there's a lot that FMS has for you.
We definitely are going to roam around this particular place to understand what you guys have and show our audience what we can. But before that, tell me, are there clubs and committees as well which are usually the norm for these schools, or that is also restricted because you don't have much to do?
Oh no, that's not at all restricted. We have 15 plus committees here. We have the content societies like CISOC, MarkSoc, FinSoc, and Con Club. Apart from that, for fun, I'm sure everyone's heard about Fiesta because we have the largest fest in North India for B schools. Apart from that, there's music society, there's dramatics club and all of that. Just because we have a small campus, we do not restrict any of our students from doing whatever they want to do. So that's not at all limited. Just the space constraint is that one thing, but apart from that, we are as good as any other B school in the country.
And do students actually get to take decisions in these clubs and committees at FMS, or are there teachers or mentors or seniors who take care of it?
So that's one of the best things about FMS. It's completely student run, right? So from the placement process to any activities that we want to do on campus, it's all decisions are taken by students, it's done by students, and the ones participating are students.
Let's roam around this particular place a little bit more. Let's see what is there to offer by FMS. Let's take our audience inside this particular place. Can we go? All right, Namrata, we are standing right now at one of these classrooms. How many of them actually are there in this particular institute, and how many students can sit here?
We have a lot of classrooms. These are one of the bigger ones. So these are normally for our compulsory courses, because I'm in the second year, the electives and compulsory courses. So normally a compulsory course, there are around 100 to 120 students sitting in a class. And whereas in electives, it can range from anywhere from 10 to 100 to 100.
How is the diversity? If I walk into this class, am I going to see similar kind of faces with similar experiences, or am I going to be amazed with the kind of ideas that are brought to the table?
So I believe in FMS, the kind of mix of students that we have ranges from psychology majors, doctors, MBBS students, lawyers, and obviously engineers, BCom, BBAs, and all of that. Ideally, we have a gender ratio of 45 is to 55%, and that's what has been in the past few years. No major changes as such.
Tell me a little bit about the courses that this particular institute offers, and for each of these courses, what is the batch size that you're looking at?
Okay, so we have the flagship program, that's the MBA, and we have a batch size of 320 students. We have an executive MBA, and we also have an executive program in healthcare. Apart from that, doctorate and the PhD programs are there as well.
And what is the fees for the flagship program that you have here? Is there any increase in the fees of that we have seen previously, or is it still in the lowest of the rungs in this country?
It's definitely still in the lowest of the rungs in the country. But as FMSites, we have seen an increase, as in we know our seniors who had given as low as 20,000 per semester, but now we're giving almost 50,000, so that makes it 2 lakhs for a 2-year MBA program at FMS.
Okay, so we all know that people are desperate to get into an institute like this. So if I have to get into an institute like this, what is the selection criteria? What are the cutoffs that usually over the years you have seen? And this year, what should people be looking at?
So ideally, first step is obviously give the CAT exam and give it well. Whereas the selection criteria is 40% of weightage is given to VARC, which is slightly different from other B schools that we've seen, and 30-30 each for LRDI and Quants. And apart from that, as in whole, the composite score is taken up, and the composite score is based on 50% of your CAT score. Apart from that, 10% goes into your 10th marks, 12th marks is another 10%, another 10% goes into your SOP. A major chunk of 15% is for the personal interview that happens here, and 5% is the extempore that happens during your personal interview.
Okay, Namrata, is this all classroom, or there is more to your day that happens here at FMS? Because we are standing here talking a lot about academics. Let's finish this off by understanding what more is there in academics and what more lies ahead.
So a lot of B schools have the tri-semester pattern that is followed in their curriculum, but at FMS we still have a bi-semester pattern. So we have in total 4 semesters, but that's only because there's always a lot happening in campus. Well, that reminds me that I have some case com to solve. So my best friend will be taking you forward and showing you more about the college.
Sure.
Yeah.
Take me there. Alright, so we were in a classroom, and right now we're sitting at the seminar hall of FMS. Namrata, who was with me till now, she told me that a friend, which is Ruby, will take it forward. Ruby, hi, welcome to KYC.
Hi, so my name is Ruby Jain, and I did my BTech in Electronics and Communications from IIT Indore, and I'm a second year student at FMS. Till now, my journey at FMS has been very, I would say, exciting, because when I came here from a tier 3 city, and enjoying the daily life for the first time was very exciting. FMS has been really supportive, and I've got to meet people from all across India. So yeah, I would say it has been a great journey.
We were talking about the fact that the transformation happened for you when you came in here in these 2 years. Let me ask you a question. If I have to sum the experience of FMS up for someone in terms of 2-3 broad points of the USP that this particular institute offers, what would that be for you?
So if I had to give 3 points to anyone, I would say the first is ROI, of course. Like no B school can match this kind of ROI that FMS has. Second would be its long list of alum network, because FMS has been in this country for over 70 years. Our alums are currently holding top CXO positions all around the world across domains. So we always have that network, that safety net with us. And third would be the culture at FMS. It is a student-led campus, so I never feel alone. There's always seniors to help. My juniors are really sweet. So these would be the 3 points for me.
Okay, lovely, great. You talked about alums, and a B school is never complete without its strong alum network that a lot of you probably will rely on after you graduate from here as well. So tell me a little bit about that alumni network. Who are we talking about when we say that it has a rich alumni legacy?
So even though FMS has this very small campus, but the intelligence per inch here is very high. So some of the notable alums that I can name currently are Mr. Mohit Joshi, who is the MD and CEO at Tech Mahindra, Mr. Rohit Java, CEO at HUL, Mr. Amit Jain, who is the chairperson of L'Oreal.
Do you guys get to meet these people who probably are 5 years, 10 years, 15 years senior to you? Do they come on campus? Do you have one-on-one interaction to learn from them?
Yeah, so we have three main events through which we can meet these alums. So one is our regular Connect through Arthashastra leadership talk, where these alums come and give us all the knowledge about the corporate world. Second is the Unayan event, which is our yearly event, and most of the big names alums come in that event. And third are the Alum Connect, which happens in all the big hotels, and it's a party-like environment where you can get to meet all the alums and tell them what is happening currently at FMS.
Let's talk about the kind of companies that come in on this particular campus. Let's talk about the money or the salary that you get after completing your course term.
So there are multiple domains here, like consulting, marketing, finance, ops, and general management. So some of the top companies from these domains are, like in consulting, it's McKinsey, Bain, BCG, Accenture Strategy, EY, Deloitte. In finance, we have Bank of America, American Express, ICICI, Axis Bank, O3 Capital. And in marketing, we have HUL, Nestle, Colgate, Pidilite. And in Genmen, we have Tata Steel, RPG Group. In Prodman, we have Microsoft, Google, TAS, and many more. And if I talk about the stats, so the highest CTC that was offered last year was 1.23 crore. And it was actually one of the highest CTC that FMS has ever witnessed. For the median salary, it stood at 43.3 lakhs. And for average, it was around 34.1 lakh.
Lovely. And if I have to ask you, what are the stats around the summer placements? Because that's something that you get introduced to first when you come in here. What would that be?
So the highest stipend that was offered in our summer placement was 4.4 lakhs. And the median stood at 3.54, and the average was around 3.02 lakhs.
I think that this is reason enough for a lot of people to work hard and get into this particular institute and be okay with the fact that it doesn't have a very big campus. Thank you very much to all of you to show me this particular place, whatever we could explore, and I hope that people who are looking forward to getting into this place, they can explore the rest of it that's there. If you want to know more about this institute, go check that out. Make an informed decision before you come into any B school, and do let us know how you like this particular episode and which other B school you want us to go next. Thank you very much.